You ever seen a DNA test blow up a whole family tree like a grenade in a soap opera? Well, buckle up because Karlissa just found out what happens when truth meets live stream. And baby, this makes the Kardashians look like a church picnic. 1 minute hood trophy Bino was chillin', acting calm, pretending he's got nothing to hide. The next minute, he's waving those DNA results like it's the Declaration of Independence, and Karlissa's world goes boom. When I tell you this reveal sent shockwaves through the Blueface universe, I mean it. Fans froze mid-scroll, haters pulled out popcorn, and Karlissa, she went from zero to nuclear reactor in seconds. The woman didn't just go off, she detonated. Twitter turned into a battlefield. Instagram lives? Straight carnage. Group chats? On fire. And just when you think it couldn't get crazier, Bino starts dropping details that had the whole internet clutching their edges. This ain't no regular family feud. This is DNA warfare, live-streamed and uncensored. So grab your popcorn and hide your family secrets. Because what Bino revealed didn't just expose bloodlines. It exposed egos, lies, and the entire foundation of this messy empire. Welcome to the truth. Karlissa never wanted to face Dot. It all started like every other chaotic day in the Blueface cinematic universe. Somebody went live. Somebody got exposed, and somebody's mama was ready to fight the internet. But this time, the chaos didn't come from a petty Instagram story or a shady subliminal post. Nope. This time, it came wrapped in white paper with black letters spelling one word nobody in this family wanted to see. DNA results. Now. Karlissa, the self-appointed CEO of I Said What I Said Energy, has survived more scandals than most reality TV networks. From calling out her son's girlfriends to dropping essays on Instagram like she's auditioning for Maury, the musical, she's always had something to say. But this one? Oh, this one hit different. Because when Bino, her so-called peaceful son, went live and started unfolding those papers, the look on his face said it all. You could tell something was about to explode. Harder than a Thanksgiving dinner argument after this second bottle of wine. He starts off calm. You know that fake calm people get when they're about to ruin everyone's day? Yeah, that one. I'm not doing this for clout, he says, even though the comments are blowing up like 4th of July fireworks. I just need to clear the air. Classic pre-explosion phrase. Then, out comes the truth bomb. Bino claims the DNA test just exposed something major about the family. Something that, in his words, should have been handled privately. But when you're a Blueface relative, the word privately apparently doesn't exist. Within seconds, Karlissa's name is trending. Fans are screen recording. And the entire family group chat probably looks like a nuclear meltdown. The thing about Karlissa is, she's not the type to sit quiet when her name hits the algorithm. The woman has the reaction speed of a Formula 1 driver. The moment Bino's words hit the internet, she was live, full lashes, ring light blazing, ready to drop her own version of the Book of Revelations. She starts pacing, muttering, shouting, clapping, the whole performance. See, this is what I'm talking about, she says. People will use family to chase fame. And the comments? Pure chaos. Half of them cheering her on like she's the gladiator queen of drama. The other half asking for the PDF of the DNA test like it's breaking news on CNN. Meanwhile, Bino's still talking. He starts hinting that the DNA results change everything. People are rewinding, trying to lip read, zooming in on the paper in his hand. You'd think it was a leaked CIA document. The internet detectives start doing side-by-side comparisons, bringing up old photos, captions, and even matching baby pictures like this is an episode of CSI Hollywood Edition within an hour. Hashtags are flying, hashtag Bino DNA, hashtag Karlissa meltdown, hashtag family fraud. The whole circus is in town. And the funniest part? Karlissa starts saying she already knew what the test said. Sis, if you already knew, why are you yelling like someone just repossessed your bloodline? The tension between her and Bino starts boiling over like a pot of spaghetti left on high. She accuses him of lying for attention, calls him brainwashed, and then here comes the quote of the night. She says, "Ain't no test gonna tell me what God already showed me." Girl, if divine DNA existed, this whole story would have been canceled by heaven itself. But what makes the situation extra wild is that this isn't just about family, it's about reputation. Because Karlissa has built her entire online image around being the all-knowing matriarch. The woman who raised real ones, the mother who doesn't back down. So when one of her own sons steps up and basically implies that some of her stories, some of her truths might have been, let's just say, creative nonfiction that hits her pride harder than a viral meme, people start replaying old interviews. Old lives where Karlissa swore she had nothing to hide. The comments are ruthless. So the DNA said what Karlissa didn't? One viewer typed. Another wrote, at this point the family needs a 12-part Netflix documentary. Honestly, they're not wrong. This story got more plot twists than Outer Banks. And then comes the moment that really sends everything into overdrive. Bino says, loud and clear, I'm tired of living in lies. Boom, 4 words that shut down the internet. Those 4 words sliced through Karlissa's image like a hot knife through plastic surgery rumors. You could almost hear the collective gasp of 1,000 live viewers. Karlissa jumps back on live within seconds. Yes, seconds, because she's not letting that slide. Lies? She screams. Lies about what? Who raised you? And Bino, cool as ever, just says, the DNA raised me now. If Shakespeare was alive, he'd retire after hearing that line. From there, it's a circus. Bino keeps dropping hints, Karlissa keeps throwing jabs. And the fans are just there with popcorn, watching a generational drama unfold in 4K. The entire internet starts splitting into sides. Team Karlissa, Team Bino, and Team we just here for the comments. At one point, Karlissa brings religion into it because, of course, every social media feud hits the God knows the truth phase. She says, God don't need no DNA test to tell me who's mine. Meanwhile, someone in the comments writes, tell that to 23andMe. Bino, staying surprisingly calm, says he didn't do it to hurt anyone, he just wanted the truth out there. But see, when your truth ruins the family's brand, it's not just honesty anymore. It's betrayal, and that's what this entire storm feels like. Betrayal turned viral. The family's foundation cracked on live, right in front of everyone. No filters, no scripts, no PR statements. Just raw chaos, sarcasm, and shattered image control. Karlissa ends her rant by saying she's done protecting people who turn on their mother. But 5 minutes later, she's back, sipping a drink, scrolling through comments like nothing happened. Classic Karlissa, chaos queen of the algorithm. By midnight, blogs are reposting clips, YouTubers are editing reaction videos, and even celebrity gossip pages are sliding in their own captions. DNA test gone wrong, Karlissa versus Bino gets UGLY. What started as a simple test turned into a family explosion so loud. Even Maury Povich probably woke up from retirement just to grab his mic. Because if we're being honest, this wasn't about DNA. This was about dominance, who controls the family's truth. And after tonight, one thing became painfully clear. Those results didn't just reveal biology. They revealed betrayal, ego, and the dark side of clout. Because in this family, blood might be thicker than water, but apparently, it's not thicker than WI-5. By the next morning, the internet was split in half like a Thanksgiving turkey. On one side, Karlissa's loyal army screaming, that boy needs Jesus. On the other, Team Bino chanting DNA don't lie. The group chats were lit, TikTok detectives were making PowerPoints, and YouTube commentators were already posting explained videos before breakfast. You'd think this was the OJ trial with better lighting, and baby, the memes. The memes were relentless. One showed Karlissa holding a Bible in one hand and the DNA test in the other with the caption, God versus Science, the final battle. Another one had Bino photoshopped onto Maury's body saying, Karlissa, the results are in. It was wild. You couldn't scroll without tripping over a meme that roasted this entire bloodline, but the drama didn't stop at memes, it evolved. Because the moment Karlissa tried to set the record straight, she accidentally added gasoline to a 5-alarm fire. She went live again, 3rd time in less than 12 hours, and started listing off all the fake stories being spread. The problem? Every fake story she mentioned was something she'd said herself on an earlier live. The internet noticed. Fast. Commenters were like, wait, sis, you're debunking your own timeline. Someone even edited together a side-by-side of her contradicting herself, one clip from 2023 where she said one thing, next clip from last night's meltdown saying the total opposite. The caption read, Karlissa versus Karlissa, The remix nobody asked for. Meanwhile, Bino stayed silent for a few hours, which only made people hungrier for more. You know the rule of drama: silence equals guilt. Or genius. Then, like a reality show confessional, Bino popped back up, hoodie on, voice calm, demeanor icy. "Y'all wanted receipts?" He said. "Here they are." And just like that, the man started scrolling through messages, screenshots, and old photos like he was presenting evidence to the Supreme Court of Petty. Each one was more shocking than the last. He wasn't just showing proof, he was rewriting the entire family narrative live, with 40,000 people watching and screen recording every second. Now, at this point, Karlissa's allies start showing up in her comments: cousins, friends, random church ladies, you name it. Everyone suddenly has an opinion, and every opinion is the real story. But here's the thing: when 20 people claim they know the truth, you can bet 19 are lying for attention, and that's when the celebrity orbit around this drama starts lighting up like Times Square. You got the list rappers, YouTube podcasters, and even ex-reality stars jumping in with takes. One said, "This whole situation got more DNA than a CSI episode." Another said, "Karlissa needs a PR team and a prayer circle." Another circle. But the most unexpected twist? Blueface himself, the man who's usually knee-deep in chaos, decided to stay silent. The irony is delicious. The one person everyone expected to add fuel just watched from the sidelines while his mother and brother turned the family name into a trending hashtag. Fans start tagging him under every post. Say something. Whose side are you on? But silence? That's marketing gold, and that silence became its own scandal. Blogs started running headlines like "Blueface chooses silence over family drama, guilty or genius?" The comments were even better. One user wrote, "He probably waiting for the remix. DNA test PT, 2 feet, Karlissa and Bino." Honestly, not a bad idea, they probably chart, but let's talk about Karlissa's meltdown number 4, because she wasn't done. Sis went live again from the car this time, no makeup, just raw emotion and chaos. "I'm tired of being disrespected," she yells, slamming the steering wheel for dramatic effect. "I raised men, not enemies." The chat is filled with people saying, "Queen, calm down," and others saying, "Keep going. This is better than Netflix." The woman then says something that sends the internet into another spiral. "If y'all knew what I knew about that DNA test, you'd be praying for me." Boom, another cliffhanger. She didn't even explain what that meant. Just dropped it and ended the live like a mic drop. Within minutes, hashtag pray for Karlissa starts trending, half sincere, half sarcastic. Now you'd think that'd be enough chaos for 1 week, but no. The universe said, run it back. Because the next day, Bino dropped a cryptic post. "Sometimes the truth hurts, but lies kill families." Fans went insane. Screenshots flooded Reddit threads. Some people claimed he was referring to long-buried secrets about who's really connected to who in that family tree. Others thought he was just being dramatic. Either way, the engagement was through the roof. Meanwhile, YouTubers like Black Tea Blog, Impressive, and The Neighborhood Talk were already dissecting it. Every frame of his life became a meme, every sentence became a theory. One commentator even slowed down his video to analyze his tone like he was on trial. "You can tell by the pause," she said, "that he's been holding this in for years. Girl, what is this? The Zapruder film of family drama." And then the unthinkable happened. Someone leaked a private text conversation allegedly between Karlissa and a close friend, where she supposedly said, "If Bino thinks he's grown, he can handle the truth, whether real or fake." That leak reignited everything. Suddenly, people started saying maybe Karlissa knew all along but played dumb for sympathy. Others said, she's gaslighting her own kids. It was chaos digital. Emotional, spiritual chaos, but here's where it gets deep. Underneath all the screaming, the memes, and the jokes, there's this haunting realization. This isn't just drama. It's generational damage on display. Every family has secrets, but most don't broadcast them in HD. These people turned pain into programming, betrayal into content, DNA into views, and it's working. Every clip goes viral, every rant gets reposted. They're trending more than actual celebrities right now. And let's be honest, that's part of the addiction. Because for Karlissa and Bino, attention has become the new currency. Every argument, every tear, every truth bomb feeds the machine. But here's the punchline. Nobody even remembers what the original DNA results said anymore. The actual facts got buried under the chaos. All anyone remembers is Karlissa yelling, Bino standing firm, and fans choosing sides like this is the Super Bowl of family dysfunction. At this point, you gotta wonder who really won. The truth, or the algorithm. Because while Karlissa's reputation took a hit, her follower count skyrocketed. And Bino? He went from the quiet brother to the face of truth-telling, booking interviews, gaining sympathy, even getting demons from reality producers. It's almost poetic. A testament to prove bloodlines ended up proving one thing. Clot runs thicker than blood. And as the dust settles, the internet's left asking one haunting question: if this is what the DNA revealed, what else is hiding in that family's past? Because with this crew, secrets aren't buried. They're just waiting for the next live button to get pressed. Stay tuned, because in this family, every revelation is just a commercial break before the next explosion. By day 3. The internet wasn't just talking, it was obsessed. The DNA drama had evolved from a simple family feud into a full-blown pop culture event. People were canceling meetings just to catch Karlissa's next live. Group chats were renamed DNA Gate. Even people who never heard of Hood Trophy Bino were suddenly acting like they had a PhD in Harris family history. Karlissa, meanwhile, had entered her revenge era. After 3 days of breakdowns, she came back polished, lashes done, hair laid, sipping tea like she was hosting her own talk show titled Mother Knows Mess. She looked straight into the camera and said, "If they want the truth, I'll give them the truth. But they won't be able to handle it." Now, that's the kind of quote that breaks the internet in half. Fans started speculating immediately. What did she mean? Was she about to expose another secret? Did she have her own DNA test? People were analyzing her tone like body language experts. Someone even slowed down the video and said, "Look at her blink speed, she's hiding something." Like, ma'am, this ain't CSI, TikTok. But then came the nuclear strike. Karlissa didn't just talk, she posted a long, emotional, typo-filled essay that looked like it was typed on pure adrenaline. She called out fake family, ungrateful children, and people using my name for relevance. She even dropped a line that instantly became legendary: "I birthed them. I fed them, and now they bite the hand that held the DNA." The post racked up 30,000 likes in an hour, not because people agreed, but because they couldn't believe what they were reading. Screenshots spread faster than Wi-Fi. Even gossip pages started reporting it like breaking news. Meanwhile, Bino wasn't backing down. He reposted one of her quotes with just 3 words: "Truth needs no filter." Boom, a digital mic drop. Fans started replying with fire emojis, crown emojis, and the ultimate insult in 2025. He's being too real for them. At this point, everyone was talking. YouTubers were uploading analysis videos every 30 minutes. People were drawing family trees like conspiracy boards. Even celebrities outside the circle began chiming in. One rapper tweeted, "That DNA test hit harder than a diss track." Another said, "Karlissa versus Bino needs to be a Zeus Network special." Honestly, if Zeus doesn't pick this up, they're missing gold. But here's where it gets wild. Karlissa wasn't done. She dropped another bombshell during a midnight live saying, "If I really exposed what's been going on, Bino wouldn't even be able to show his face." That's it. That's the sentence that sent the internet into overdrive. Because when someone starts dangling mystery secrets without context, everyone loses their minds. The theories flooded in. Some people swore she had dirt that could ruin reputations. Others said she was bluffing for sympathy. But either way, it worked. Her views shot up. Overnight, she went from emotional meltdown to trending queen again. Because in this digital era, chaos is currency. Then came the emotional twist. Bino, instead of firing back, posted an old photo, him and Karlissa smiling together years ago. Captioned, "Before the lies, before the live, before the damage." That single post melted hearts across social media. Suddenly, fans who'd been calling him savage started saying, "He just wants peace." The same people who've been dragging him yesterday were now writing emotional think pieces about healing and generational trauma. The internet has no Loyalty only trends. Karlissa saw that post. And within minutes, she was back live again. You could see the mix of pride and pain on her face. She started talking softer, saying, "I love my son, but love don't mean I gotta let lies slide." For a split second, it felt human real. No yelling, no memes, just a mother trying to control a storm she helped create. But then someone in the comments wrote, "He's still telling the truth though," and boom, back to DEFCON 1. "You don't know nothing about my family." She screamed, slamming her hand on the desk like Judge Judy with WI-V. And that right there summed it all up. This wasn't just about DNA. This was about control, legacy, and the desperate need to have the last word on the internet. The truth might have come out, but nobody was ready to face it. Not Karlissa, not Bino, not even the fans feeding the flames. The entire saga exposed something bigger than a family feud. It exposed the dark side of digital fame. The idea that when your life becomes content, pain becomes performance. Every tear becomes engagement. Every fight becomes profit. Every fight becomes profit. By the weekend, things started to cool off, or at least, that's what everyone thought. Until one last twist dropped like the final episode of a Netflix series. A mysterious anonymous source leaked that the DNA test wasn't even the final version. Apparently, there was a second test, a different result, and a whole new round of confusion waiting in the shadows. And that's when we realize this story isn't ending. It's evolving. Because in this family, no truth stays buried. No feud stays private, and no scandal ever really dies. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. You want to look away, but you just can't, because behind all the shouting and chaos, there's one haunting thought echoing through everyone's minds. If this is what they show us, imagine what they hide. The DNA test didn't just reveal bloodlines, it revealed patterns. A cycle of ego, exposure, and emotional addiction that keeps everyone coming back for more, and somewhere in the middle of it all, Karlissa's voice echoes through another leaf. "I said what I said, and I meant it." And you know what? She did that because in this digital dynasty, the truth isn't measured in facts anymore, it's measured in followers, comments, and who hits go live. First out, welcome to 2025, where DNA doesn't just prove family. It proves who's winning the algorithm war. You. If you made it this far, congratulations, you just survived another episode of the real DNA wars of Los Angeles. But let's be real, this wasn't just a family drama, it was a full-blown cinematic universe. The tea, the tension, the tears, you couldn't write this even if Netflix begged you. Karlissa versus Bino wasn't just about genetics, it was about legacy, ego, and who gets the last word when the truth finally comes knocking. One DNA test turned into a social media earthquake that shook the whole internet. And if this is what happens over one envelope, imagine what's hiding in the family group chat. Now here's the thing, this story isn't over. Not even close. Every time Karlissa goes live, another secret starts simmering. Every time Bino posts a truth quote, the internet reloads like it's waiting for a sequel. So if you're the type who thrives on chaos, caffeine, and celebrity meltdowns, you know what to do. Smash the like button like Karlissa smashes the live button. Drop a comment with your wildest theory. Is Bino the villain or the victim? And hit that subscribe button like it owes you money, because here at Trend Tattle, we don't just report the drama, we dissect it, exaggerate it, and serve it piping hot. The next scandal's already brewing, and trust me, it's going to make this DNA mess look like a warm-up round. Stay messy, stay curious, and remember, in the world of viral drama, truth is optional, but entertainment is mandatory. This is Trend Tattle, where secrets spill faster than DNA results.